My parents sold everything to travel the world, then came back and tried to take my bedroom like it was theirs. They said I owed them a comfortable retirement, so I gave them the exact retirement they planned for. 5 years earlier, I was 23 and barely surviving college. My parents sat me down, smiling like this was a lesson. We sold the house, my mom said. My dad nodded. 2 weeks, you'll figure it out. Hardship builds character. They took about $400,000 from the sale, cashed out roughly $300,000 in retirement, and bought one-way tickets to Thailand. After that, I worked 3 jobs and lived on rice and beans. Meanwhile, they posted resort photos with captions about living free. When I begged for a small loan to finish my last semester, my dad said, "We can't access the travel fund." My mom added, "You need to earn it yourself." I dropped out 1 semester short. They missed my wedding for a Bali retreat and mailed a card saying they were there in spirit. Then they called from the airport. "We're back," my mom said. "We're coming to your place." Not asking, telling. They arrived with 2 suitcases and 0 shame. My dad walked into my bedroom and started pushing my stuff aside. "We need the big room," he said. "Our backs are bad from all the adventure sports." My mom patted my couch. "You can sleep here. You're young, flexible." I said, "Absolutely not." They stared like I'd committed a crime. That night, they pulled out a printed budget. A highlighted line jumped out, $3,000 a month. My mom tapped it. "Cancel the gym, cancel Netflix," she said, "and you can pick up a weekend job." Over the next week, they ate my food, used my things, and acted like my apartment was theirs. Worse, they used my address for credit cards. Packages showed up daily. When bills came, they slid them to me like invoices. My dad tried the guilt speech about diapers and sacrifice, so I opened their Instagram and read their captions out loud. "Freedom means no obligations." His face changed fast. Funny how he hated that rule once it applied to him. So I made my move. I told them I'd been laid off. I said I couldn't afford my apartment anymore, and we'd have to move somewhere cheap. Then I showed them listings for shared housing in the worst part of town. Tiny room, bathroom schedule, no guests after 9. My mom's smile cracked. My dad kept saying, "There has to be something better." I started packing anyway, slowly, on purpose, right in front of them. First, I dragged out boxes. Then I wrapped dishes in newspaper, 1 plate at a time. Next, I taped each box shut loud and final. After that, I wrote labels in thick black marker. Then my mom gripped the couch like it might disappear. Finally, my dad whispered, "You're serious," and went pale. They called their travel friends for help. I heard the fake cheerful small talk, then the pause, then the excuses. Guest rooms being renovated, families visiting. We just got a dog. By day 2, their whole contact list was useless. My mom sobbed about friends abandoning us, and I said, "Those weren't friends, those were vacation buddies." A social services worker called to verify their assistance application. She asked if they'd spent the money traveling and had nothing left. I said yes. She asked if they'd refused to help me when I was struggling. I said yes again. Then she told me they'd qualify for the bare minimum. On the last day of my lease, the apartment manager walked in, saw my parents on the floor, and her face hardened. "They're not on the lease," she said. 1 hour, or I call the police." My parents looked at me like I'd set a trap. I handed in my keys and walked out. 2 weeks later, I met them at a coffee shop. They looked wrecked, tired, wrinkled, smaller. I took a sip and said, "I wasn't laid off." My mom's mouth fell open. My dad went red. "I needed you to feel the panic I felt," I told them. "The helplessness you ignored." My dad threatened to tell everyone. So I opened my phone and said, "Great, I'll post your captions about living free of obligations." After that, I offered one deal. I'd cover the deposit and first month on a basic 1-bedroom. They both had to get jobs within 30 days. I'd help with groceries for 3 months. No allowance. No co-signing. No negotiation. They tried anyway. "We need 6 months," my dad said. "We need a nicer place," my mom said. So I stood up. "Take it, or go back to the moldy bathroom schedule." They accepted. They got jobs they hated. They texted short updates. And I finally finished that last semester online. 7 years late, I slept peacefully because I wasn't funding anyone's best life but my own.